Nosotros somos la Escuela Israelita de Conocimiento Práctico Universal. Comenzamos en 1 Oeste Calle, 125, Harlem, Nueva York, desde 1969, debajo del mando General Yahana. Carnales, esta es la verdad. Si tú eres hombres, hispanos, negros o indios nativos, tú eres Israel, el pueblo elegido de Dios. Tu madre y tu padre dicen que somos un culto y mantienen su iglesia sin culpa, pero su iglesia es culpable de todo lo que nos están pasando. Órale.
Oh man, ISUPK banger, ain't nothing stopping this goddamn anger. I have all the heat for what he done to my people. Through my brain with Islam, have me praying with Saudi Arabian people. If you pray 5 times a day to Allah with me, then we equal. That was the mindset of a nigga that couldn't teach you. Thank God for the UPK. Now I can reach you, now I can teach you. Pull these scriptures out, now watch me beat you. You better get in the UPK before the Lord defeats you. Life is so bizarre. I'm in the building like Sha'ar and Barakazar. I'm on my game like Captain Kantazar. Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shabarakazar.
That's why you gotta get in the ISUPK.
Cut quickly. UPK started in the 60s. You better get in now. You wanna live, not die. Come quickly. The UPK started in the 60s. You better get in now. You wanna live, not die. Run quickly. The UPK started in the 60s. You better get in now. You wanna live, not die. Run quickly. What? Run quickly. Run quickly. What? Run quickly. Run quickly. The UPK started in the 60s. Run quickly. The UPK started in the 60s.
As you can see right now, man, the white man is destroying the earth, man. Right. The white man have been destroying the earth forever. And now he gets to a point where they are destroying themselves, man. Right. And this is what happens. This is what happens when you are an evil bastard, man. Right. When you are an evil bastard, you're gonna think you're destroying everybody else. But at the end of the day, you're gonna destroy yourself, man. This is what's going to happen, man. You see this person right now that's having seems like they're having an overdose. The white man is responsible, man. That's right. Whatever happened in this earth, you gotta understand that Esau, the so-called white man, is responsible. Why do we have all these drugs in New Jersey, man? Why do we have all these drugs in New York? Why do we have all these drugs all over the United States, man? You know why? Because of our oppressors, man. That's right. Our oppressors have spread death. They have spread the spirit of death on the planet Earth. That's right. This is why it is imperative for the Israelites to rule the planet Earth. That's why in Proverbs 29 real quick. It is imperative for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians to rule the planet Earth. Because when we are ruling the earth, nobody will overdose on drugs. Right. Let me say that again. When blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are ruling the earth, nobody will overdose on drugs. Right. As long as this white man is ruling the earth, we are in danger. As long as white people are ruling the earth, your family is in danger of having it.
And he went and found somebody to do it by himself. That would be selfish.
As long as white people
are
Mr. Wu, we're going to take you to the hospital, okay?
Right.
all over the earth. in 1492. What? The white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of, man. That's right. Give me that scripture.
It's the book of Proverbs. Chapter 29. He that been often reproved, harden his neck.
Keep going.
He that been often reproved, harden his neck.
And this is what happened to the white man, man. The white man hardened his neck, man. The white man hardened his neck just like Pharaoh did. Just like Pharaoh did. When Moses went to Pharaoh to say, no. People go.
No
what did
CPR.
Pharaoh do? Pharaoh hardened his
I
neck.
administered 1 Narcan 3 weeks ago.
What did Pharaoh do? Pharaoh said, hell no! I'm not going to let Black Hispanics and Native Indians go, man. I'm not going to stop giving them drugs. This is what white people do, man. They say, hell no! You're going to give public drugs on Blacks and Hispanics, man. That's what they've done to us. Right, and now we are losing our lives, man. And they try to go to space. You guys are murdering. To do exactly what Columbus did in 1492, man. Read that scripture again. I don't care, sir.
Proverbs 29. He that's been often reproved, harden his neck.
And they've hardened their neck, man. They've hardened their neck. We told them enough drugs. Enough drugs in New Jersey. Enough. When is the drug gonna stop coming into our neighborhood? When is the white man gonna stop pumping the drugs into our neighborhood? We are losing our lives, man. We are dying. And they hardened their neck. They hardened their neck. They hardened their spirit. They are determined to destroy Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Even if it means to destroy themselves. Even if it means that their sons are going to be addicted to fentanyl. Right. They've hardened their neck. They've hardened their spirit. That's how determined they are to destroy Blacks and Hispanics. They're going to bump drugs into our neighborhood, man. And look at this poor sister. Look at this poor sister right now, man. Look at this poor sister. We pray the Lord. We pray the Lord save her life, man. We pray the Lord that our God save her life. Because the white man wants her life. The white man wants to destroy her life. And in the name of our King, Yahushua, man, we pray that the sister come back to life, man. Keep reading.
Shall suddenly be destroyed.
And you shall be destroyed, man. You shall be destroyed for what you caused to my sister right now that's losing her life. Good. She is losing her life. Why, man? Because of drugs. Because of the white man. The white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of.
That's right.
When you wake up in the morning, say that before you brush your teeth. Good. The white man is the devil. Keep going. It's them. Whose car is this right here? Say that again. The people rejoice for Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. When we are in authority, what will happen? When the Mexicans are in authority, what will happen? When the Puerto Ricans are in authority, what will happen? When the Jamaicans, when the Haitians, when the Trinidadians, when we are in authority, what will happen? The people will rejoice. The people will rejoice, man. Because when we are in authority, we're not going to exercise our power to go have sex with little children, man. Right. That's not what we're going to do. We're not going to exercise our power to have sex with 12-year-old girls, man. Right? And now it's a scandal in the right now. All your rulers, all your senators, your president, nobody wants this file to come out, man. Your rulers have exercise their power to do what? Not only to put drugs into our neighborhood, the evidence is in your face. Our people are losing their lives right in front of us. And there is no power in our hands, man. There's no power in our hands, man. That is the white man's fault. The white man is responsible.
When the righteous is in authority, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice.
The people will rejoice, man. Nobody will have an overdose when we are in authority. Why? Because there won't be no drugs in our neighborhood.
Right.
There won't be no crack cocaine in our neighborhood when we are in authority. There won't be no fentanyl in our neighborhood when we are in authority. When we are in authority, the people will rejoice, man. Even white people, man. Even white people who are addicted to fentanyl right now, even they will rejoice, man. Because we are a righteous people. We are a righteous people, man. We are not no drug dealers. We are not drug dealers like Ronald Reagan. We are a righteous people, man. And when we are in authority, what will happen to the earth?
When the righteous is in authority, the people will rejoice.
The people will rejoice, man. Nobody will have an overdose of fentanyl. Nobody. Keep going.
But when the wicked bear rule,
But guess what's happening, man? Guess what's happening? Who's bumping all these drugs in New Jersey, man? Who's bumping all these drugs that is circulating on Market Street? Who's bumping these drugs in our neighborhoods, man? Do we have planes to go to Colombia? Do we have field? Poppy, what's that plant they use? That with the poppy seed? Do we have laboratory to make these drugs? Where are these drugs that's being bought on Market Street? That's being bought in Harlem, New York. That's being bought in Haiti. That's being bought all across everywhere our people are at, man. Where are they coming from? They're coming from the wicked, man. And what did the Bible say about the wicked?
but when the wicked bear rule,
When the wicked are ruling, man. When Ronald Reagan ruled, when Bill Clinton ruled, when George Bush Sr. and Jr. ruled, when Joe Biden ruled, when Donald Trump ruled, what happened?
the wicked lie. When the wicked bear rule, the people mourn.
The people are in mourning, man. And that's what's happening to us, man. America is in mourning, man. The Mexicans are mourning. Even white Americans are in mourning, man. Can you picture that? Can you picture you are a white man in America? This is your heaven. Yet you are in mourning, man. Yet you are in pain, man. Because even white people are taking away your rights. White people. This is what happens when you put a wicked ruler like the white man in authority, man. The white man belongs in a cage, man.
Right.
That's where the white man belongs, man. And blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we belong on top, man. And this is why it is imperative for you to grab a flyer, man. Grab a flyer so you can learn this truth, so we can gather together, man. Blacks, Hispanics, and so we can gather together, man.
Share, subscribe. Let me get a card in the chat, if you can hear me. Baba Kashar, which means in Hebrew, please. The water. I appreciate that. Or someone cry. Okay. Let's get this one in. Let's rock and rolling. You know how I do, I'm old school. Oh, yeah. So, yeah. Okay. So in Christ, let me go live on Facebook. Okay. Let's get this right. Oh, here we go. All right, just on Christ. Okay. There you go right there. You want to start rocking and rolling. You want to start rocking and rolling. It's like a priest. Take this right here with you. I don't know if I grabbed it by accident.
Okay.
What? Okay. All right. This is how I get down. Shalom, Yahweh Shem Yahshua to the brothers. Shalom, Yahweh Shema Atom Bashem to the sisters. I'm preaching officer Paratazar holding the class down for priest and officer 1000 Sha'al. This is the ISUPK, the Israelite School, Yearly School Practical Knowledge, started for 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, Commander Junior Honor. Since 1969, we've been teaching the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians with indigenous and Negro descent. They are God's chosen people. They are the 12 tribes of Israel. Let's clap it up for the Most High, thy power. And once again, let's also clap it up for our King, Allah. Let's clap it up for our King, Allah. Yahweh Shah Mashiach, ignorant called Jesus Christ, our King. And he's only the king to Israelites. He's only the king to Israelites. The 12 tribes of Israel. You know, people don't believe that, right, that priest?
Right.
For long, we got our teeth kicked in. Baba Gashar, read the title of this class.
Come on, God. God's people, Israelites, written aforetime for our learning.
Oh, God's people, Israelites, written aforetime for our learning. Baba Gashar, go to Romans chapter 15, verse 4. Yeah, let's say this off the top. Let's go straight in. Let's go straight in. I want everybody on Facebook to go to Romans chapter 15, verse 4. And that's read about Paul talking to the, you know what I mean, talking to the Gentile. That's what people think. When you read a book of Romans, they think Paul is talking to the Gentiles. When preaching officer of 5,000, Yahtzar, that was formed from the Most High God. That was melted in the, you know what I mean? That was melted in the form of a man who followed the Most High God, who followed the Lord's statute commandments. Peace and officer Yahtzar. He was reading out the Tanakh, the Torah, the Bible. Who he's talking to? He was talking to blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. But everybody out there is who? American. This is what Paul was doing. Exactly. Baba Kishar, read that.
Come on, God. Romans chapter 15, verse 4. For whatever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope.
What scriptures? You know what I'm saying? It says right here. It says, Romans chapter 15, verse 4. Here go. For whatsoever things was written aforetime was written for our learning. The people who's listening to Paul in Rome, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures. Whose scriptures? Roman scriptures? Greek scriptures? Ammonite scriptures? Philistine scriptures? Egyptian scriptures? What about Ishmaelites scriptures? What scriptures is he talking about? What foretime is he talking about? Hold on, he's talking about the Ishmaelite foretime? He's talking about the Moabite foretime. He's talking about Donald Trump's foretime. He's talking about the Roman Pope foretime. What scripture foretime? He talking about Yasha Allah, 12 tribes of Israel, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians foretime.
Right.
Bob Gashar, just oh man, I forgot to pull it up. Just pull up the bring up a new you could take off the last video. Take that off and look up for the definition of foretime.
A foretime?
Yeah, foretime. Let's see what that means. Let's read foretime, because I heard of forefathers in America. But what do foretime mean? Forefathers mean George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, men who built America from the past. But let's read what foretime means. The definition, if you have it.
What's like it?
So good. The first one that you had was perfect. It's all good.
It's like it because
Yeah. You can read
foretime means in a former or past time, previously, formerly, used as an
adjective.
Used as an adverb or adjective to refer to an earlier period.
Say that again.
To refer to an earlier period.
And read on.
Common in older texts like the King James Bible.
Common, look, it says right here, look. In an earlier period, you know what I mean? An earlier period, common in old texts like the King James Bible. Describe events before present. Describe events before present. That's what Paul was talking about.
Right.
There wasn't no book of Romans. This is a letter. Paul was teaching his Israelite brothers and sisters that was in Rome that didn't want to follow the foretime.
Right.
Now they have to get re-educated about the foretime.
That's right.
Baba Bashar. Go to the StreamYard and let me read the title. I'm going to read the title of this class. The title of the class is God's People, Israelites, written aforetime for our learning law. Repeat that right there. Written aforetime, written for our learning law. Baba Bashar. Do this one right here. This one right here. The one. Foretime is written for our learning law. Let's get some of these laws. Let's get some of these foretimes. Because our oppressor, Donald Trump, a goddamn coward. A coward, priest. He's a damn coward. He don't fight wars himself. Whatever anybody got, he would take. Then you have blacks and Hispanics and Native American Indians want to follow behind this disgusting bastard. Did Donald Trump people took the Indians' land? Puerto Rico, Why are you got colonized by the America? Why you not a sovereign nation? But weak one. Venezuela? Venezuela. You still going to talk about let's make the race great? Because they look like a European white man? That's what we're going to do? Hugo Chavez called the white man the devil, what the Bible speaks of.
Right.
He was an indigenous man. He nationalized the oil, the natural resources. Venezuela didn't have no goddamn problems. This is the first time that somebody in Venezuela ran for presidency that was a native Venezuela indigenous. Indeed. But you know what that means? Savage. Savage. How dare these indigenous people run for prime minister? They're not Spaniards. Venezuela is not a new goddamn people. The same way that the African American is not a new goddamn people. You know, that's why they try to say, well, the Spaniards was there and the native was there and they mixed together and now they became the Venezuela. What the hell are you talking about? You know, that's how people talk. Did that happen in America? Are we a new people? Or are we still the African Americans, the Negro, the colors, the Mexicans, the Dominicans, the Haitians? Are Haiti a new people? The French was there, right? Did the French violate the native and the so-called African the so-called black population? Now they became a new people. Did that happen in Haiti? You see how disgusting our oppressor is?
Right.
Disgusting. Baba Kashaw, read on Romans again.
Put them on card. Romans chapter 15, verse 4. For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning.
Was written what?
For our learning.
What was written aforetime, which was whatsoever was written from the past, was written for our learning. Who was our? Our learning. Our learning. The Israelites learning.
That's right.
If any mixed multitude is in here, what foretime learning do you have? That means that you have to learn the learning of who? The first class citizens. The way that Blacks, Hispanics, and American Indians learn what? The foretime learning from what? America and white Jesus doctrine. Why do Black Americans, Mexican Americans, Venezuelan Americans is celebrate the 4th of July? Who foretime was that? That's for the European American independence from Great Britain. That was their foretime, right, priest?
Right.
That's the reason why they celebrate the 4th of July, correct?
Put them on card.
So they celebrate the independence from Britain, right?
Put them on card.
So why is another nation of people who is celebrate the people who escaped Great Britain captivity celebration? Why is the Native American Indians celebrating the independence of Great Britain? After when George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, Lyndon Johnson, after when they got their independence, they went back to slavery.
Right.
1776. Read on.
Come on, God. That we through patience.
That what?
That we through patience.
That, say that again.
That we through patience.
That we. Now, you know what I mean? I'm talking sign language. I'm talking sign language right now. We. We. Which means we all, you know what I'm saying? We are one. This is what's happening. We're talking about our forefathers, our Afortime. Our Afortime. Read on.
Come on, God. And comfort of the scriptures.
Say that again.
And comfort of the scriptures.
Say that once again, please.
And comfort of the scriptures.
What scriptures? You know the American Constitution got scriptures. You know that, right? Is that dealing with so-called African Americans, so-called Brazilians, so-called, you know what I'm saying, Venezuelans, so-called Native American Indians? Or that's the scriptures of Donald Trump's family. That's their scriptures. You see what I'm saying, Bruce?
Come on, God.
What scriptures? Roman scriptures? Roman scriptures said that, what is that? What is that Roman god? That Roman god, like Zeus and Apollo came down and they made Hercules. That's their scriptures.
Right.
That's the Pope scriptures. That's Italy scriptures. That's, you know what I'm saying? That's the Spaniard scriptures. A bunch of disgusting pagans that believe in a virgin birth. That she never had a man that made love to her.
Right.
That's not Israelite culture. That's not Israelite culture. You know what? The same way that the Pope and Christianity, how they replace the depiction of Yahweh Shah Mashiach, Indian called Jesus Christ, the same way that they took over how they wanted. Same way that they want to take over the people of the Bible. This is what happens. Now, what I'm talking about? I'm talking about the law of God, the law, statutes, and commandments. That's what I'm talking about. Read on.
Come on, God. And comfort of the scriptures might have hope.
And comfort of the scriptures might have hope. Let's read one of the comforts of the scriptures. Oh man, we're gonna read one of the comfort of these scriptures right now. Praise. Baba Gashar. Let's go. Matter of fact, let's go to our famous brotherhood scripture. And in Leviticus chapter 19, verse 17.
Oh God.
What? Let's read one of these comforts of the scriptures. because this is the law class. Let's read a law for the Bloods and Crips, for the Yetas, for the Latin Kings. Let's read the comforts of the scriptures.
Salaki, what verse?
I'll start at 17. Start at 17. Oh, matter of fact, start at 16. Let's start at 16. Start at 16.
Leviticus chapter 19, verse 16.
Go on.
Thou shalt not go up and down as a talebearer.
Say that again.
Thou shalt not go up and down as a talebearer.
Thou shalt not go up and down like a talebearer. For time's sake, you know what a talebearer? A goddamn person who's spreading false pretense for likes. Right now, this is what's going on right now. This internet thing. Thou shalt not go up and down like a talebearer. Gossip. 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 We can't verify this. Nobody's saying to this person who's going up and down like a talebearer, yo, if you got a problem, take it up with that person. You're gonna go along with this? You know what today's gossip is, priest? Black women hate black men. You know what today's talebearers are? Black men hate black women. That's a talebearer. You see what's going on? Now everybody's going, you know what I mean? Now everybody's running with that like it's true. Read on.
Come on, cut. Among thy people.
Say that again.
Among thy people.
Thou shalt not go up and down as a talebearer among your people, Israelites, Blacks, Hispanics, and Americans. We don't get down like this. We don't get down like these other disgusting nations. We don't.
Neither shalt thou stand against the blood of thy neighbor.
Say that again.
Neither shalt thou stand against the blood of thy neighbor.
Neither you shall not, you know what I'm saying, bring out your cell phone. I ain't gonna do nothing. I ain't gonna get part of, you know what I'm saying, raising up Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. I'm gonna let that brother get unalive. I'm gonna let that sister get unalive. It's not my business. You know, that's what we say now. We talk like a white man. We went up against the blood of our brothers. Our slogan for Hebrew Academy 2022 was for the blood of our brothers.
Right.
That was our slogan, priest.
Right.
Hebrew Academy 2022. That means we ain't going to go up against for the blood of our people. We're going to sit back and watch our people get unalive. We're not going to speak up. We're going to, you know what I'm saying? We're going to stand, we're going to sit back and watch a brother getting choked on, you know what I'm saying, on a train in front of everybody. Not only choked, being unalive in front of everybody, while, you know what I'm saying, while our people hold, restrain, you know what I'm saying, restrain the brother who's getting choked, while Donald Trump's family member unalive him. Why nobody kicked that person in the goddamn man and said, stop. He's restrained now. No. They sat back. And we went up against the blood of, it said right here, neither shall thou stand against the blood of thy neighbor. We stand against the blood of our neighbor. Right. We watched that brother got unalive by another nation of people, and nobody saved him. Nobody saved him. We dropped the ball on that. You know what? People aren't even talking about that no more. That brother didn't mean nothing. This order, you know what I mean? Just because, you know what I mean, the brother, you know what I mean, imitated Michael Jackson and doing all types of shows, you know what I'm saying, in the subway, because he wasn't rich. He didn't have money. So he deserved to be unalive by some European that was bloodlust. Oh, oppressive, that was bloodlust. Go ahead, please.
Before he got alive, he was on a train begging people for food. He was hungry. He was hungry. And we all know how we get when we're hungry. We don't think straight. We're agitated. We get agitated. You understand? We become angry. You know what I'm saying? He was in an angry state because he was crying out for food, and nobody nobody didn't take heed to his to his wants. You understand?
Everybody want to be a white man. White men don't care about you eating. It's not in their constitution. They don't care. Oh, you lazy. The reason why you can't afford it because you lazy. You ain't got no money. Why don't you pull yourself up by your bootstraps? But they don't got no problem. Donald Trump ain't got no problem eating food. Hillary Clinton ain't got no problem eating food. People in Congress don't got no problem eating food, but they are willing to cut off benefits for people to eat food. They're willing to cut that off. They wanted to say, stop feeding people because I disagree with this Republican. Cut off all food because I disagree with this Democrat. Cut off all food. Cut it off. Before everybody eats. I disagree with this goddamn Republican. I disagree with this Democrat. Let everybody starve who don't have no money to feed themselves. Because this Democrat said this. Because this Republican says this. America is a hypocrisy nation. Hypocrisy. Let's cut, let's stop the government. But nobody said let's stop the payments for the Republicans and the Democrats and the congresswomen and the congressmen. They ain't stopped them checks. You know they ain't stopped them checks, right? They ain't stopped them checks. That money coming in. They ain't stopped the money for the Army, for the Navy. No, you know the money didn't stop, right? And that's all government situation. You know that, right? They ain't stopped that money. But they will stop the money for the poor people because America hate poor people. Oh, they hate it. They hate it so much. They hate to feed people. They hate people, you know what I'm saying, to people who don't have money. They'd rather put them in jail and get paid off. How many poor people that we put in jail? America capitalized on people going to jail. How is that possible? How you capitalize on people going to jail? You should capitalize on people who's not going on jail. You know America don't deal with that, right? America don't. You cannot make no money to capitalize on people who's not going to jail. You can't capitalize on people who say, you know what I mean, who would help other people. You can't capitalize on that. You only capitalize on misery, because that's how America was built on. You know what I'm saying? Blood, unaliving people, violating people, and stealing from people. That's American standard.
Right.
America ain't got no goddamn morals. Our president don't got no morals. Donald Trump ain't got no goddamn morals. The Christian church don't got no morals. They got American morals. American morals say, take where you can steal. American morals is like, it's, you know what I'm saying? Another country got gold, let's take it from them because they're weak. They kindness make them weak. That's American morals. That's the Christian morals. Christianity morals. Their kindness make them weak. Now we can enslave these people. This is what happens. Blacks, Hispanics, and Americans. Read on.
Go on, God. I am the Lord. Verse 17.
So now we're talking about what was written aforetime was written for our learning. Through the scriptures. Matter of fact, just pull that up so I can to get it for Berta. Romans 15:4. I just want to read it. Yeah. I'll just read that real quick.
Romans chapter 15, verse 4. Mm-hmm. For whatsoever things were written aforetime.
So right now we're reading the things was written aforetime. Read on.
Were written for our learning.
Was written for our learning, for the Israelite learning. Read on.
That we through the patience and comfort of the scriptures.
That we Israelites through the patience and the comfort of the scriptures of the Holy Bible. Read on.
Might have hope.
Might have hope. Let's go back to Leviticus chapter 19, verse 17.
One time. Leviticus chapter 19, verse 17.
You know what I'm saying? Let's read this to the brothers and sisters. Because we need this. This is not in the American Constitution. This is in God's Constitution, in the Israelite Constitution. Let's read.
Verse 17. Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart.
Say that again.
Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart.
No, say that once again for the Mexicans.
Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart.
Say that once again for the Haitians.
Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart.
Say that once again for the real Venezuelan Native American Indians and the Negroes.
Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart.
Say that for the so-called African Americans when they try to change their name to Foundation Black Americans. Say that for them.
Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart.
Wait. Hold on. Let's say that for those Native American Indians that's talking about the Mexicans ain't natives.
Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart.
Oh man, let's say that for the Cubans. Let's say that. Oh, you got something to say?
Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart.
The reason why I'm emphasizing that, because right now it's the environment that Black people say, I'm going to call ICE on the Mexicans.
Come on, Carl.
Wait, you got the you got right now, you got the Mexicans talking about F Venezuela. Don't it sound like Donald Trump speaking?
Right.
You see the environment? Venezuela never had no beef with Mexico. African Americans never had no beef with Venezuela. So why is African Americans, foundation Black Americans never had no beef with no goddamn what is that Iraq and Afghanistan? We got beef with America. Now we're talking like America. Now we're talking like the white Americans. Now we're talking about now we're talking like our oppressors. It says it right here. What was written in Afortime was written for our learning. This is Afortime right here. It says Leviticus chapter 19, verse 17. Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thy heart. You know what heart means? Your heart don't mean what's in your chest. The heart was mean what's in your goddamn mind. In your mind. That's where your heart is at. Read on.
Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor.
Say that again.
Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor.
Oh, wait, hold on. Why you try to make a war between the Mexicans and the African Americans? Why are you African Americans talking about ICE is okay? Why are you doing that? Rebuke that brother. Rebuke that sister. Thou shalt in any wise thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor. Read on.
And suffer sin not upon him.
And suffer sin not upon him. You know what the sin upon him? I'm going to call ICE up. So ICE can unalive this Mexican family. I'm going to call ICE up. So ICE can unalive this Venezuelan's family. You want to suffer sin upon your brother that didn't stop you from voting? You want to unalive this, you know what I'm saying, this Native American Indian? That's what we're gonna do. When did the Native American Indian became our enemy? What year was that? Huh? What year was that? Facebook. What year was that? What year was that, huh? The Native American Indians stopped us. The Native American Indians forced us to being on the back of the bus. You know that, right?
Right.
You didn't know that? You didn't know that history, priest? You know the Mexican kept us from drinking from the white fountain. You know that, right? You didn't know that? You didn't know that history? The Puerto Ricans stopped, they stopped African Americans for getting reparations. You know, priest. You didn't know that history? You know the Puerto Ricans stopped the African Americans getting reparations? You didn't know that history? You didn't know the Dominicans made agreement with America so they could put crack in the black community. You didn't know the Dominican government did that? You didn't know that? You didn't know that? You don't know that history? It never happened.
Right.
It never happened. It never happened. It never happened. Read on, please.
Salakia. What you bringing out is heavy because that never happened because Judah and Israel, you know what I'm saying, we was in oppression together.
You're right. Psalms on 55 and 4, I think. You're damn right. Read on. Read on verse 18.
Verse 18. Thou shalt not avenge nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people, but thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. I am the Lord.
Say that again.
I am the Lord.
I am the Most High. What was written aforetime was written for our learning. This is our learning right here. This is what Paul was talking about right here. Verse 19.
Oh God, verse 19. Ye shall keep my statutes.
You want to say that again?
Ye shall keep my statutes.
Say that once again.
Ye shall keep my statutes.
Ye shall keep my ordinance. What I'm ordering to you. My statute, my form. You should keep this. My statutes. This is Moses having law class to his people. It's not Moses' statutes, it's God's statute. Because that's what he said at the end of that, I am the Lord. We don't.
Go on, God. Thou shalt not let thy cattle gender with a diverse kind.
Say that again.
Thou shalt not let thy cattle gender. Thou shalt not let thy cattle gender with a diverse kind.
Now, you know what America do? America love to mix a goddamn lion with a tiger. You know, that's American standards. America want to mix a bear, you know what I'm saying, with a lion. Look at the laws that we have. God's chosen people. We're not allowed to mix these animals together. Same way that we're not allowed to lay down with another nation of people in Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 1, going down to 6. You know.
Go on, God. Thou shalt not sow thy field with mingled seed.
Say that again.
Thou shalt not sow thy field with mingled seed.
Yo, and then don't mix the seeds when you farming. You know what I'm saying? Have gaps. You got, you know what I mean? You got the corn over here. You got the carrots over here. You got the potatoes over here. This one, don't do that. I mean, this is what we do. Don't mingle the seeds. We don't.
Oh God.
Remember, this is what was written all the time. We're getting a foundation of how that we supposed to act as a nation. And anybody who come into our nation said, why are you doing that? Because God said so. Because you leave it up to me, I will be a disgusting bastard mingling all types of lions and tigers and bears together. Go ahead.
You get the cheat code. This is the cheat code.
Goddamn open book test, sir. Sloppy. Open book test. It's an open book test. Our power said it. Not everybody's power. Israelites' power said it.
Right.
We don't.
Come on, God. Neither shall a garment mingle of linen and woolen come upon thee.
Now, this is where you say, oh, you cannot mix fabrics. You know, oh man, we get that all the time. You know what this means, priest? This means that my wall scarf that I got on right now, this right here,
right,
is silk. It's 100% silk.
Mm-hmm.
The shirt that I got on is 100% cotton.
Right.
Is that weed together? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like black men love white women? Mm. Or is this weed together like a black man love a black woman? Like a Mexican woman love a Mexican man? Is that mixed fabric right there? But we know what mixed. This is what we're talking about. This is 100%.
Right.
This is 100%. My pants are 100%. If somebody, you know what I mean, and this is for merchants to say, yo, that's 100% wool. They will be lying to their brother. Right in the scripture said, thou shalt love thy brother like thyself. That neighbor who was written before time was written for our learning, right? So I'm not going to lie to my brother. I ain't going to lie to my sister. There's nothing wrong that you have a wool shirt, a silk, you know what I mean? I'm going to get you. Or, you know what I mean? You can wear a wool shirt with a silk wall scarf. Go ahead, preach.
So like basically this is saying, all right, I came in the store for leather, so don't give me pleather.
Do not give me the pleather. I thought this was leather. You told me it was leather. I came back 3 months later and it turned out to be something else. You done lied to your own kind. You lied to God's chosen people. You forgot. Go ahead, preach.
That goes into thou shalt not defraud thy brother. Paraphrase.
Oh yeah. Oh. Matter of fact, I think that that's a couple hairs. No, that's down a little bit. But we're gonna read down Leviticus and we're gonna run into that. Read on.
Come on, cut. Neither shall a garment mingle of linen and woolen come upon thee.
Oh, the linen. Oh man, you're gonna weave linen and wool together? You know wool is for wintertime. You know that, right, priest?
Right.
You know linen is for summertime.
Right.
Linen, you know what I'm saying? It's cool on the skin. It's cool on the skin, priest.
Right.
But if you mixing some goddamn wool in there, how I'm gonna be hot in the summertime? I don't want that. That's against the law. That's against what was written aforetime. It's written for our learning. We don't.
Come on, cut. Verse 20. And whatsoever lieth carnally with a and whosoever lieth carnally with a woman, that is a bondmaid betrothed to an husband, and not at all redeemed, nor freedom given her, she shall be scourged. They shall not be put to death because she was not free.
So now this scripture right here. So this is what we got to start understanding about the law, statutes, commandments, and get specific. You know what I mean? The statute is going to be specific right here. And it said, and whosoever lie carnally with a woman. You know what carnally mean? Simple. Oh, she got a big butt, so I wanted to do my numbers. I don't really care about her because she got good legs. We don't do that in Yasha. We don't treat our sisters like some goddamn piece of meat. Maybe America does, but we don't do that in Israel. In Yasha. We don't do that because we God's chosen people. We don't do that. With a woman. Read on. That is what?
That is a bondmaid.
That is a bondmaid. A woman who's, you know what I mean? A woman that's in a man's household that's working. She said, yo, I'm going to work for you for this many years. A brother come up to her, spit game, and end up knocking it down because she had a good look. This is that bondmaid right there. Read on.
Betrothed to an husband.
Say that again.
Betrothed to an husband.
It said right here, it said that is a bondmaid betrothed to a husband. Which mean is, this is, you know what I mean? This woman had somebody that she was doing, that she was talking to, that she was courting. This woman is talking to somebody, all right, cool. I treat that woman that she's married. She's betrothed to somebody. She's called somebody. To a husband, read on.
And not at all redeemed.
And not at all redeemed. And not at all redeemed. It says that is a bond, bond made, betrothed to a husband, and not at all redeemed. Now, what do that mean? Now we're going into the law. We got to understand this right here, priest.
Right.
What do this mean right here? And not at all redeemed. What do redeem mean? To bring back to being innocent. You understand? Being back to not being a sinner. The women have to be redeemed. She got to be redeemed. She must be doing something that she's not allowed to do. You forgot about the first sentence? Whosoever lay carnally with a woman. You see that? That's the carnal part right there. Somebody's doing what? Adultery. And the adulterer and adulteress have not been redeemed, have not turned away from their sin. Read on.
To the one God. Nor freedom given her.
No freedom given her. You know what I mean? No, she don't have no freedom. Read on.
She shall be scourged.
She should be what?
Scourged.
Something, you know what I mean? Something harsh. Something shame upon. Shun upon. Something judged. That's what's supposed to happen.
Right.
Because a carnal act happened. A carnal act happened to a woman that was betrothed to a husband. Read on.
To the one God. They shall.
So wait. And this is the key word right here. This is the key word. Because when you read, you know what I mean? When you know a lot of people read the scripture, especially women. They read the scripture. Guess what? The only thing that they're going to think about. Priest and Officer Shaw.
Come on,
What you think they're going to think about if a woman read the scripture? What you think they're going to think about? They think that we're only beating down the woman.
Come.
You seen that? But look, what you just read, after scorn, they, read on. Who's they? That means two people, right?
Right.
They is the people, the man who lie carnally and the women who participate in the carnalness. They, read on.
Go on, God. They shall not be put to death because she was not free.
They shall not be put to death because they was not free. Because guess why? They was in somebody else's. Remember, she was working for somebody else. That person, that's their property. She's working off a debt. A debt. He's working off a debt. It's under, guess what? It's underneath somebody else's household. This act happened in somebody else's household. They shall not be put to death because she was not free. Which means that this act is supposed to never happen underneath this man's household. Read on.
Come on, God. They shall never be put to death because she was not free. Verse 21. And he shall bring his trespass offering unto the Lord.
Oh, say that again.
And he shall bring his trespass offering unto the Lord.
The man who lied carnally with that woman, you know what I mean? And also the man who's over that household that she's working for. And he shall bring his trespass offering unto the Most High. Because he's supposed to train. Remember, it's his responsibility. The same way that is the Levite's responsibility supposed to get a sin offering for the nation. The same way that ISUPK took on the responsibility to build up Yashar. We don't.
Come on, God. Unto the door of the tabernacle of the congregation.
Unto the door of the tabernacle, unto the, you know what I mean, unto the synagogue of the congregation. Which mean, you know what I mean, which mean the church, you know what I'm saying, the gathering, you know.
Even a ram for a trespass offering.
Even a ram for the trespass offering. This is nothing small. Bring what you got, and I want a lamb. I want your good stuff. But this disgustingness was going on in your house, you know what I'm saying, and I'm taking place in your house. You didn't build them up nicely. You got to pay for that. We don't.
Come on, God. Verse 22. And the priest shall make an atonement for him with the ram of the trespass offering before the Lord for his sin.
What was it? What the priest of the Most High God would do for this man that understand the law, and he going, you know what I mean. So by him understand the law, he go to the tabernacle. He make an offering for some disgustingness that went along underneath his household. Read that from the top.
Oh God, verse 22. And the priest shall make an atonement for him with the ram of the trespass offering before the Lord for his sin which he hath done. And the sin which he hath done shall be forgiven him.
And the sin shall be forgiven. That's why we didn't unalive. You know what they always talking about? Oh, it's the letter of the law. But what about this one right here? Everybody forget about this law right here? The burden was on the person's household. The man, you know what I mean? The woman that was working for that man, the burden was on him. He didn't do anything wrong, but he had to pay for it, for the wrongness. He had to pay for it. They supposed to got unalive because it said they shall not be put to death. But you was hold up. That person was underneath you. That person wasn't free. That person was in your household. Even though that you ain't do anything, they did. So you got to pay for this. And the brother did. The sister did. And the priest forgave that sin to the Most High God. We have to learn these law, statutes, commandments. Yeah, they did dirt. You know what I mean? Yeah, these two people did dirt in your household, but you took on responsibility for those people. Right? You took on the responsibility. You said yes, right? I'm going to let them come into my household, right? Now you got to clean up all the BS, what they did. Did we forget about that? Once you say yes, you took on all the responsibility of these people that you're going to take care of. Once you took that woman on, when she became your wife, all the BS that she did, you got the responsibility for that. Because you knew better. Clean it up. Fix it. Read on.
Come on, God. Verse 22.
Mm-hmm.
And
Matter of fact, Slakia, hold the Deuteronomy 28 and 9.
come on, God.
Let's go to Deuteronomy 28 and 9. I mean, let's hear the Most High God. You know, what was written aforetime was written for our learning. Let's read it 4 times.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 9.
Mm-hmm.
The Lord shall establish thee an holy people unto himself,
Go on.
as he hath sworn unto thee.
Has he what?
Sworn unto thee.
Has he sworn unto the blacks, Hispanics, and the Americans, who are the 12 tribes of Israel? Read on.
Come on, God. If thou shalt keep the commandments.
And who what?
If thou shalt keep the commandments.
If we keep the commandments, read on.
Of the Lord thy God.
Of Moses' law. Say that again.
Of the Lord thy God.
No, of the Mosaic law. Say that again.
Of the Lord thy God.
Of the Lord thy God. Read on.
And walk in his ways.
And do what?
Walk in his ways.
Say that again.
Walk in his ways.
Walk in Moses' ways. Say that again.
In his ways.
And walk in his ways. The Most High God. Read on. Once we walk in the Most High God ways and follow his commandments, once we do exactly what the Most High God say us to do, read on.
So God, verse 10. And all the people of the earth.
Say, wait. See that slow. Say that slow so they can taste those words. Once we follow the Lord, statute, commandments of the Most High God, of Yasha, of the 12 tribes of Israel. You know what I'm saying? Once we come back together and follow God's laws. Follow God's laws. Follow Yahweh's laws. Once we do this, no Bloods, no Crips, no MS-13, no Rietas, no gang members in Compton. No gang members in Yonkers. No gang members in the Bronx and Brooklyn and Queens and Detroit. No gang members, because we all are familiar. Once we follow our God, when we understand who our God is, and stop acting like a goddamn American. Stop acting like a goddamn Greek. Stop being a goddamn heathen. And be God's chosen, his people. You know, that's what the Lord said, right? The Lord said his people. Am I right?
Right.
The Lord, you know what I'm saying? He said right here. He said, blah, blah, blah. He said right here. Let me read it. If thou shalt keep the commandments of the Lord thy God, your God, blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, and walk. No matter of fact, let me read that from the top. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 9. The Lord shall establish the Israelites a holy people unto himself, a separate people unto the Most High God, power self. As he has sworn unto thee. He sworn unto it. He got a covenant with you. Don't have no goddamn Christian talking about, oh, they broke the covenant. The Most High God swore this to you. He ain't gonna break no covenant. was written. What was written in Afortime was written for what? Israel learning. We read it full time. We reading the full time right now, priest.
Right.
That's the full time. Am I right?
Okay.
That was Paul was talking in Romans, correct?
Right.
What full time somebody got to learn that full time? What full time is he teaching? Right? It was only the Torah and Tanakh at the time.
Okay.
If they go, so what Paul's teaching? He's going to pull up Deuteronomy. What Yahweh Shah Mashiach and called Jesus Christ is teaching? He's going to pull up Deuteronomy. 28 verse 9. To remind the brothers and sisters, it's acting like a heathen nation. It's acting like a goddamn Irish man. That's acting like a goddamn that's acting like a goddamn Norwegian, a British man, American, you know what I'm saying? American man, another nation. You forgot about the Most High God swore something to you. Swore unto thee, if thou shalt keep the commandments of the Lord thy power and walk in his ways. Hold up. Is we walking in God's ways or Moses' ways? Walking in God's ways. Am I right?
Right.
Oh, we haven't got to follow the Mosaic. Hold up. Is the Mosaic law God's laws? Is this done away with? Israelites? Christian church? When we walk in God's ways, read verse 10, Baba.
Oh my God, verse 10. And all people of the earth.
And what?
And all people of the earth.
And all people of the earth. Didn't it say world? Or it talked about the planet. Because you know, people get world and earth, you know what I mean, together. So, you know what I mean? So Jesus came for the entire world. That don't mean the planet now. That's why it was so, you know what I mean? That's why it's so like practical. It says in verse 10, and all the people of the earth. About the yeah, just go all the way up.
I got that.
Oh, all right. Oh, all right. I'm going to read right here. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 10. And all the people of the earth shall see that thou art called by the name of the Most High of the Lord, and they shall be afraid. They shall be afraid of thee. Think about what we just said in Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 10. This is what, remember your priest, and you always pull these precepts all the time. You know what I mean? In what is it, Judith? Remember, no, it was in the Maccabees.
Right.
I mean, not the Maccabees, in the Apocrypha. When, you know what I mean, when another nation wanted to take over Israel,
right,
and a so-called Chinese man said, yo, if they with their Lord, don't do nothing.
Right, right.
Because their Lord gonna protect them.
That's right.
But if they're not with their Lord, just go in and kick their goddamn teeth in and give them white Jesus doctrine.
Right.
Be no problem. You know, this is the same concept right here in verse 10. It's the same thing. telling to the Israelite before that happened.
That's right.
What you say? The cheat code. That's what we said earlier. They got the cheat code. The cheat code. Yo, check this out. When you follow when we follow our power laws, guess what? The people on the entire earth want to say to us, it doesn't matter if there's crack in the middle of 125th Street.
Right.
No blacks, Hispanics, and Americans ain't going to touch it because we are God's chosen people.
Right.
If whores walking up and down 125th Street, we're going to rebuke those whores because why? We walking in God's laws, statutes, and commandments.
Right.
And the whore's going to know. They're going to say this. The whoremonger is going to say this. The drug addict is going to say this. The unalive is going to say this. The gangbanger is going to say this. It says right here. All the people, it says right here, and all the people of the earth shall see what? God's people.
Right.
That's walking in God's ways. That thou art called by the name of who? Their God, their Most High, and they shall be afraid of thee.
Right.
They're going to be afraid of thee. Michael Shaw, read verse 11.
Verse 11. And the Lord shall make thee plenteous in goods.
So they're going to be afraid of us because we call on our power. The earth is afraid. And this, you know what I mean? In this scripture right here, this is a precept for oh man, it's on the tip of my tongue. This is a precept in Revelations on end times, on end time prophecy. End time prophecy. Those who do not want to what? Follow us will be crushed. I'm going to paraphrase it. Will be scattered into powder. Utterly destroyed, right? This is it right here. If we follow the Lord's statute commandments. The earth going to see it. You try to say there's spiritual Israelites in this, they're going to destroy their own mother, right? They're going to destroy their own nation, huh? I guess the Chinese going to destroy the Chinese who don't want to follow God. I got the Ethiopians going to destroy the other Ethiopians who don't want to follow the Israelite doctrine. You see what I'm getting at, Priest? Hell no, they ain't going to do that. They ain't going to do that. We doing from the top from 11?
Verse 11. Deuteronomy 28 and 11. And the Lord shall make thee plenteous in goods.
Go on.
And in the fruit of thy body.
And say that again.
And in the fruit of thy body.
In the fruit of our body. Read on.
And in the fruit of thy cattle.
Go on.
And in the fruit of thy ground.
Go on.
In the land which the Lord sware unto thy fathers to give thee.
Everything that we touch going to be plentiful. Everything that we touch going to turn to gold.
Right.
You know why? Because we went through the fire and we became gold. So guess what we're going to produce? Nothing but gold. And plentifulness. For the land. Yo, priest. I got far too many crops on my land. I got too much food on my land. Guess what? Pickles and cucumbers for everybody.
Right.
String beans for everybody. Go ahead, priest.
Going to the poor of our people.
Do you see? This is give it up for priest and officer 1000. He knew he's in his spirit because that's how it's supposed to be, and that's why it will be in what? In God's kingdom.
Right.
In the Israelites' kingdom. Who's going hungry? Who's going hungry? Who's going hungry? In American kingdom, people is hungry right now.
Right.
Think about what I just said, Prince. In America's kingdom right now, the biggest kingdom on earth, the richest kingdom on earth.
Right, that's right.
They throw out food. They throw food out. People who want to help other people with food, you got to have a goddamn look. Please, you got to have a piece of paper to give food to people.
That's right.
A goddamn piece of paper to give food to people who don't have no goddamn food. A piece of what? I got to jump through hoodoo. I got to jump through all types of holes and obstacles so I could feed the homeless. Go ahead.
Let me remind you. Let me remind you of the 2025 Met Gala, which is a function with all the rich. You understand, all the rich, all the actors, all the entertainers. You understand, they come together in this kind of ball and wear ridiculous costumes. You understand, made by these oppressive designers, right? And what stands out of these Met Galas is mostly Black, Hispanic, and Native North American Indian. Our people, we make the Met Gala.
That's right.
The way it is, right? But let me just remind you on how rich this country, you understand, called America is. While you got people that's starving, not just for Blacks, Hispanic, and Native North American Indians, all nationalities.
That's right.
You understand? Because we're such a righteous and kind. We want everybody, you understand, to not suffer, hunger. That's why during our food drives, we give to the other nations. But let me just remind you of the 2025 Met Gala and how rich, you understand, this kingdom is.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to read it. For the 2025 Met Gala, an individual ticket cost $75,000.
Wait. Say that again, please.
For the 2025 Met Gala, an individual ticket cost $75,000.
$75,000.
Slacker, if I may. Poor people amongst our people don't even make that in 1 year.
1 year. We're talking about their whole life.
You understand what I'm saying? In 1 year. And also, to add on, the same as the previous year, with tables, you understand, this is the tables, and they go to the fair and they reserve a table for themselves.
Oh, yeah.
With the table starting at $350,000.
You can't be serious. This is not real. It can't be real. It can't be real. People are starving in the streets. People don't got no damn clothes on.
Right.
Yo, a couple of days, I had to get a coat. You know what I mean? And you know what I'm saying? All praise to the Most High. Yeah, I didn't take. You know what I mean? Y'all didn't take the van yet. This was last week. I didn't take the van yet. You know how we put stuff in the van,
right,
before we take it to the storage. Remember, I used to carry a bag just in case I run into a brother or sister. I ran into a brother and sister in the streets. He just got out of the locker. He got a damn hoodie on. It's freezing outside. Yeah, I told you that. Yo. I'm like, oh yeah, that's why I got an extra coat or whatever and some extra pants.
Right.
This is what we do because we're thinking about our kind. We're thinking about our people. Yo, we're thinking about the other heathen nations. But our people come first.
Right.
Number one priority. God damn it. Whatever left over, let them eat the goddamn crumbs, as our king says. If I got if I got an extra coat, as long as everybody in my family got a coat, I give you a crumb. I give you a goddamn crumb.
Right. That's it.
I'm speaking like Yahweh Mashiach in the Lord Jesus Christ. Yo, don't the kids gotta eat the bread first?
Right. That's right.
And the dogs eat from the kids' table, the master's table, the crumbs. The little sparkly things that fall. You know what I mean? Yeah, you know, wipe off the beard. We wipe off the beard, whatever drop. I got you back. Oh wait, yeah. Oh, I see it. I wish you read 11. You read 11 already, right? Deuteronomy. Matter of fact, Slocky, drop that. Let's go to this real quick. Go to Deuteronomy 15 and 7.
Put on one card.
Go to Deuteronomy 15 and 7. Let's read, because remember, I'm reading about what Yasha Allah, the 12 tribes of Israel, what the Most High God sent us to do for our nation. Remember, when nations look at us, they're going to be afraid. Not afraid of, you know what I mean? Not afraid in the way, you know what I mean? Not afraid in the way of a military act, but afraid of they treat their people like people. They take care of their family. They do the things that we're not doing. So they feel ashamed. Read that?
That's my man.
Go ahead.
Afraid because, you know what I'm saying? After Egypt, the other nations knew that if you mess with Israel, you understand, a plague could be put upon you, like how the Most High did Egypt. You know what I'm saying? And like today, the other nations are not afraid of us. They know who we are.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? They know that we are the descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. But however, because in our sin, the Lord is not fighting for us, so they do the things that they do. You know, the Karens and the mistreatment of Black, Hispanic, and Native North American Indians. But what you're saying is right. But they won't be afraid of us.
Oh, no, yeah. No, I'm saying the way of shame.
Oh, God.
You see what I'm saying? Like, oh, this person went through this. This is a war veteran, but he's sleeping underneath a goddamn bridge. He died for the country, and you're not taking care of him. You see what I mean? I'm talking about that stuff. You know what I mean? We lift up their skirts and show their shame. We are the example of the earth. That's what I'm talking about, Salaam. That's what I'm talking about, please. We the example of righteousness.
Right.
God's chosen. And right here in our Constitution, what we're about to read in Deuteronomy 15 and 7, I'm sure I read it.
Deuteronomy chapter 15, verse 7.
Let's read this law right here.
If there be among you a poor man.
Say that again.
If there be among you a poor man.
Oh, somebody's on welfare. Say that again.
If there be among you a poor man.
Oh, they on food stamps. You know they on food stamps. They can't buy no food. They can't pull themselves up by the bootstraps.
Right.
If there be among you a poor man, this is for the nation.
Right.
This ain't no for no individual. This is literally for the nation. The nation. This ain't no individual. See, and that's what America is, a bunch of goddamn individual people.
Right.
Somebody have to stand up and say, yo, man, I think we should take care of the poor man. Yo, what the hell are you talking about? That's an individual thinking. No, this is a nation thinking right here.
Right.
For the Israelites.
That's right.
If there be among you a poor man, read on.
Of one of thy brethren.
Say that again.
Of one of thy brethren.
So-called Puerto Rican. Say that again.
Of one of thy brethren.
No. Dominican Lou that live on the first floor.
Of one of thy brethren.
There be a poor man, Dominican Lou that live on the first floor. Read on.
Within any of thy gates in that land which the Lord thy God giveth thee.
Oh, wait, hold on. Whatever, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you ask. And you know what I mean? The Most High God gave you that, you know what I mean, that ran down apartment. See what I'm saying? The Most High God that gave you that apartment that you got heat and you got water and you got food and you got that refrigerator. Dominican Lou don't got no food in his refrigerator. We don't.
Come on, God. Salakia. In any of thy gates in the land which the Lord thy giveth thee.
Go on.
Thou shalt not harden thine heart.
Say that again.
Thou shalt not harden thine heart.
Oh man, yo, you just gonna look at Dominican Lou? Know that he's hungry. Know him. You know Dominican Lou, y'all been in that building for 10 years. You know his money ain't right.
Right.
You know your money is right. You chilling. You know what I mean? You ordered Domino's up. Oh wait, you ordered the Domino's. You know what I mean? Or the specials with the wings. You know what I mean? Or you know what I mean? Got the family package. But you're a single man. It's jammed up downstairs.
Right.
You pass the door all day, every day. He asked you for a couple dollars all day. You got food. We don't.
Go on, card. Salakia. Salakia. I'm gonna read it from the previous.
No, it's so good.
Thou shalt not harden thy heart, nor shut thine head from thy poor brother.
Thou shalt not harden your heart. You ain't supposed to walk past Dominican Lou, Puerto Rican Tom, light-skinned Joe. You're gonna harden your heart? Oh, because he's on drugs, right? He's on drugs, right? So you're gonna harden your heart because your brother's on drugs? You sold him the drugs. Your father sold him the drugs. This is what we're gonna do now? Thou shalt not harden your heart. You know what I mean? It says right here, nor shut thy hands from thy poor brother, nor take away your arms and act like, hell, I don't got no arms. I can't give you anything. Right. You see how disgusting that is? This is for the nation of Israel.
Right.
We're not allowed to do that. This is our constitution. Ask any person in church, is this done away with? Did the Lord done away with this right here? Mm. Is this Moses' law? Is this Moses' law right here, or this is God's law? We don't.
Turn on God. Verse 8. But thou shalt open thy hand wide unto him.
Wait, say that again?
But thou shalt open thy hand wide unto him.
Yo, brother, man, I see you cold, man. Yo, check this out. Yo, I got some coats upstairs that I don't wear. I got some, you know what I mean? I got some extra food. You know what? I'm not gonna eat all this pizza. Yo, take a box of pizza. You need a couple of waters with that? Yo, you know what I mean? We all get jammed up, man. You know what I mean? But, yo, man, I feel for you, man. Lord willing, you know what I mean? Lord willing, we could be a brother to each other. Lord willing, you get off that stuff, man. I know that you're fighting every day. I gotta be a burden on you. And meanwhile, you running up and down the goddamn block looking for drugs. I gotta be another goddamn burden on you, huh? When you see me, I gotta treat you like dirt. Meanwhile, you already in the goddamn dirt. I'm gonna kick you while you down, please. Think about what I'm saying, man. They jammed up already. Yo, man, check this out, man. Take this right here. Take this right here, man. I know you're fighting already, man. I'm not gonna be a extra burden on you. I'm gonna be a brother because you never seen it in your goddamn life. Take this right here. I'm opening this right here. Slakia. But thou shalt open thy hands wide unto him. Who is him? Poor. The poor man. The poor woman. The addict women. The addict man. No more burdens on each other. Walking through my goddamn, you know what I mean? Walking through my neighborhood and then saying, hey, what sex you from? Sound like a white man. Well, what you mean was set up from? What you mean I'm poor like you? I'm just walking through the neighborhood looking for a job. Looking to eat some food. looking for some goddamn shoes on my feet. The hell you talking about? What set I'm from? I don't got no goddamn thing. I'm opening up my hands wide. That's what the priest and the prophet, you know what I'm saying, the Most High God would do. We don't.
Go on God.
And they shall.
It's a lot there.
Right here.
And shall surely lend him sufficient for his need and that which he wanted.
Oh, man. And this is going to be the last scripture right here. It said, and shall surely lend him sufficient for his need. Do you know the definition of need? It's a difference between need and want. Need is something that you cannot live without. Want is something that you can live without. This is a need right here. He needs brotherhood. He needs sisterhood. He needs food. He needs clothes, shelter. That's what he needs. He just needs somebody to talk to. That could be the only sunshine that he got that damn day. The only smile that he got that damn day that wasn't false. And that which is wanted. That's the wanted right there. That was the want that this person was looking for. That poor man. That's in. That's, you know what I'm saying? That's in, was written aforetime, was written for our learning. This is aforetime speaking right here. That Paul was teaching our brothers and sisters in Rome. Israelites. Israelites. God's people, Israelites. Written aforetime for our learning law. This is the law. Lock it. I can drop that. And with that, I like to say, Yahweh Bashim Yashar Rakadat to the brothers, Yahweh Shamar Thumb Bashim Yashar to the sisters. I'm priest and officer Paratazah, holding the class down for priest and officer 1000 Shahar. This is the ISUPK, the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, started for 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander Junior Honor. And since 1969, we've been teaching the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, God's people, Israelites. Written aforetime was written for our learning law. And that's where we will have compassion. Because if you listen to us, if you listen to anything else without God's law, we'll be a bunch of selfish bastards. And with that, I'm going to pass the class over to priest and officer 1000 Shaw.
Clap it up for the class. And most high grace. All right. ISUPK security announcements. We are the ISUPK, started out of West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Room for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, a teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, Numbers chapter 18, verse 21, Malachi chapter 3, verse 8 through 10, means 10th in the Hebrew, ma'ashwa. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations, which will be Purim, right, which will be held in the month of March. And also the Passover, what is it, the 57th annual Passover, which will be held in Texas. Make sure you pay your $200 fee for that also. Or make sure you go to the back of your bulletin board and look up for further
events. And go to ISUPK.com, which is our website, right? If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black, blue shirt, pants, hairband, scarf, and with that, men of Israel, Ahmadium, which means to stand. Men of Israel, we're going to give one courtesy salute. Men of Israel, Ahmadium Shabbat, Ahmadium, Barak, Yahweh Ba'Hashem Shabbat, Yajamata, which means hands down. Men of Israel, we're going to give one courtesy salute to the sisters. Men of Israel, Ahmadium Shabbat, Ahmadium, Barak, Yahweh Shema, done by Hashem Yahushai, Yajamata, which means hand class dismissed.